Welcome back, viewers. Parallel developments taking place. On the one side, activity around formation of the next government in Maharashtra, with the center being here outside Devendra Fadnavis' residence from where we are reporting. People coming in, BJP leaders coming in. As of now, Devendra Fadnavis closeted with BJP's Maharashtra in charge C.T. Ravi and party's leader in the Legislative Council, Praveen Darekar. In fact, we are told that BJP chief in the state, Chandrakant Dada Patil, who has left the Taj President Hotel in South Mumbai, is also headed here, and then there would be what we are being told is the core group meeting of the BJP to decide on when to stake claim to form the government and the process forward. Also remember, just a while back, there was a tweet by Eknath Shinde, the Shiv Sena rebel, who has really led to this day when a change of government is happening in Maharashtra with his rebellion. And his tweet in many ways gave a breaking news development, which was that very soon he would be landing in Mumbai and there would be talks between him and the BJP on government formation, including how many berths in the cabinet, in the Council of Ministers. And that's very important. So basically, he was putting to rest all speculation about names doing the rounds. In doing so, he mentioned that talks are going to begin between the BJP and his group, and that's going to happen today. And before that, BJP is strategizing on their own steps from here till the time a next government is formed. We have to still understand whether the BJP is going to stake claim or whether the governor would invite the BJP, given the fact that it's the single largest party. Shravan is back with us from outside the Taj President, where BJP legislators are closeted. In fact, we are told that the local MLAs have been allowed to go out, while those from outside Mumbai would still stay in the hotel till tomorrow, perhaps, by when we are expecting absolute clarity on government formation. Shravan, if you are hearing me, please tell us what's happening. You just a while back informed us that Chandrakant Dada Patil has left. Where has he gone? Is he coming to Devendra Fadnavis' residence to participate in the core group meeting? What else is lined up there? And of course, your impressions of having interacted, after having interacted with the MLAs, how close are we to a new government in Maharashtra? Shravan.
Well, in fact, the latest details that we're picking up right now is that there has been one set of communication that has taken place between the MLAs and Chandrakant Patil, who had reached hotel, the Taj President, around 9:30 this morning. The meeting lasted for a little over 45 minutes is what we gather. Thereafter, we spoke to about 2 to 3 legislators to get a sense of what really transpired inside the meeting. Perhaps one line, which is very important, that we'll be forming the government very soon. But when asked whether at all any date has been given to the legislators, they're saying that no such communication has taken place so far. But a better picture perhaps would emerge after the core committee meeting that's going to take place. C.T. Ravi, who's going to be present in that particular meeting. Chandrakant Patil, in all likelihood, in a short while from now, Abhishek, you would be seeing him outside Devendra Fadnavis' residence. Not very sure whether he's directly headed there. He hasn't really responded to that question, but saying that, Sabar Karo, when we asked him this question of when will it happen, repeatedly when we asked him this question, because cameras were not allowed inside the hotel. So, just to get a sense of what is happening, we asked him this question once again, when will it happen? He's saying, Sabar Karo, Jald Hoga. There are speculations that it could happen sometime by tomorrow. With regards to the cabinet berth allocation, the reason why Eknath Shinde has also now put out that kind of tweet, there is a reason behind it, Abhishek, primarily because, some of the rebel MLAs who are there, there has been some reports or, what we gauge from them. Abhishek, I believe you've got some breaking news. I'll come back to the part that I was talking about in a short while after the breaking news that you have.
Well, Shravan, yes. So basically, like we have been tossing the baton between the two of us, Chandrakant Patil has also come in from where you are at Taj President to the residence of Devendra Fadnavis. So essentially what we are seeing is all the leaders gathering at Devendra Fadnavis' residence, and in a while from now, the core group meeting, as we have been discussing, should be starting already inside. The BJP president of Maharashtra, Chandrakant Dada Patil, leader of opposition, Devendra Fadnavis, of course, former chief minister, and the man who's likely to take the baton from Uddhav Thackeray post these developments. Apart from that, BJP Maharashtra in charge, C.T. Ravi, and Praveen Darekar, the leader of BJP in the Legislative Council. So, Shawan, tempo really building up to decision making ultimately, which would lead to formation of the new government. BJP clearly being the single largest party, and the numbers that Eknath Shinde camp has, plus of course the independents, gives them a comfortable majority. And in fact, that's what was seen by the Aghadi alliance as well. That's why even before taking a floor test, Uddhav Thackeray resigned. Shawan, so 106 of the BJP. On the day of the Rajya Sabha polls, they had 124. On the day of MLC elections on June 20, they had 134. Now, we don't know how many of that was from Shiv Sena, because in the MLC elections, it's a secret ballot. And if cross-voting happens, you cannot find out who did. But what we understand is that the BJP, before this rebellion, had between 124 and 134 MLAs supporting it, and now with the rebel camp also, that really takes the number well beyond 160. A comfortable majority in the 287 is strong Maharashtra Legislative Assembly. Shawan, now I'm coming back to you. You were explaining the power sharing agreement. Has there been some whiff? Has there been something discussed, and have you come to know something about that? If you can share with the viewers, Shawan.
Well, let me first start with the Eknath Shinde camp, because remember, there are some of the heavyweights with Eknath Shinde. Not to forget some of the MOS in the previous government who have now joined hands with Eknath Shinde. Now, to accommodate that, we're given to understand that there has been a bit of a tussle, that perhaps they're not going to come out in the open and really talk about it. But there is enough to suggest that, yes, there has been some tussle, especially with those who are the long-term loyalists of Eknath Shinde, and some who have actually recently crossed over. So there is that the sense that how are you really going to accommodate the growing sense of more power right now? Because remember, some of these MLAs all through have been complaining that they have suffered because of the alliance with the NCP and the Congress, because they haven't got the larger share of this pie, and that's the reason why they're hoping that this time that mistake will be corrected by Eknath Shinde. Uddhav Thackeray had essentially failed to do so. That's the reason why there is a lot of speculation and talks about the cabinet berth allocation. Eknath Shinde, yes, on the face of it, he has certainly denied that there has been no such talks. I've spoken to some of the BJP leaders who are inside here. They are saying that yes, there's been no concrete any discussion as far as the cabinet berth allocation is concerned, but some suggesting that yes, about 6 to 7 cabinet berths is roughly the discussion that the Eknath Shinde camp has had, which is also going to be communicated to Devendra Fadnavis whenever that meeting between Devendra Fadnavis and Eknath Shinde actually happens. But that's going to be one of the challenges that Devendra Fadnavis is going to face along with Eknath Shinde. One of the first challenges, if I may say so, and there is a reason behind why I'm saying that this is going to be a bit of a challenge, which of course Devendra Fadnavis, being one of those smooth administrators, in all likelihood he would pass the tide too. But having said that, that's going to be one key area, one key concern. The other sense that I got from speaking to some of the BJP leaders who were inside, Chandrakant Patil essentially saying that after the core committee meeting that takes place today, there would be a communication passed on to the outstation legislators, because they have now been asked to go back. They can go back to their constituencies or whichever place they wish to do. But as far as the local MLAs are concerned, the local MLAs have been asked to go back, not to stay here at Taj President. So one